everyone, I'm Roniel Valenzuela from BTBTA 2A. I'm gonna introduce to you the introduction of productivity software. Productivity software is a category of application designed to help users create and manage information, ultimately boosting their efficiency and effectiveness. Productivity software is commonly used for tasks such as creating documents, creating presentation, and organize information. Collaboration and communication. Popular example of productivity software suites includes first, the Microsoft Office, a comprehensive suite that includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and etc. Next, Google Workspace, a cloud-based suite that includes Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and other tools. And the importance in teaching and learning environment of productivity software, enhancing collaboration and communication. Productivity software enable real-time collaboration between educators and students. Regardless of location, this fosters dynamics and interactive learning experience. Featured like shared documents, discussion boards, and group project promotes active participation and sense of community. Next is promoting effective learning. Productivity software offers interactive tools to participate and making learning more fun. This can include gamification and interactive quizzes. Lastly is engaging personalized learning. Productivity softwares allows educators to tailor learning experience to individual student needs. And overall, productivity software transform traditional teaching and learning practices by creating a more efficient, collaborative, and engaging environment. It empowers educators to focus on teaching and equip students with the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century.
Microsoft Office Suite. Define Microsoft Office Suite as a collection of productivity collection from its initial release to current versions. Provide an interview over of its major applications. Microsoft Words processing, Microsoft Excel, spreadsheet and data analysis. Microsoft PowerPoint presentations, Microsoft Outlook, email and calendar. Microsoft Access, database management. Common features and interface navigations. Introduction to Raven, toolbar and file management. File management system and common to all Office applications. Demonstrates basic commands, open save and exit and format. Formats document. Navigating menus and using help features. Application in various industries. Explain the importance of Microsoft Office in the modern workplace across different sectors. Highlight specific use in the hospitality industry. Excel for inventory tracking and budgeting. Word for creating reports, letters, and forms. PowerPoint for client and staff presentations.
Hello, I am Emmanuel P. De La Cruz from BTBTA2A. My topic is Google Workspace. So what is Google Workspace? It is a cloud-based suite of productivity and collaboration tools developed by Google. It includes apps like Gmail, Drive, some Docs, Sheets, Slides, Meet, and Calendar. It is designed to enhance communication and workflow efficiency. So now let's proceed to evolution of Google Workspace. Initially, it launched as Google Apps for your domain in 2006. It was later rebranded as G Suite in 2016. In 2020, Google rebranded it as Google Workspace, introducing deeper integration, smart features, AI-powered enhancement. So what is the importance of Google Workspace in teachers and learners? The number one is cloud-based access. It can work from anywhere or any devices. Number two, real-time collaboration. Teams or students can edit and comment on documents simultaneously. The number three, integration across apps. Seamless connection between Gmail, Drives, and other tools. Number four is security and control. So it has advanced security features for data protection. And the last one is productivity boost. AI-powered features streamline work processes. So in conclusion, Google Workspace enhances productivity, teamwork, especially in education, and remote work capabilities, making it a key tool for businesses, educators, and individuals. So that's it. Thank you.
Ang topic ko nga pala ngayon ay virtual learning environments and whiteboarding tools. Sa virtual learning environments, pwede kang mag-aral online. Dito ka pwede magpasa ng mga lessons, assignments, at pwede ka rin may pag-ugnayan sa mga guro, kaklase, at yun lang. Tsaka sa online whiteboardings naman, online whiteboarding tools, pwede kayong gumamit ng mga tools online, yung pwede kayong magsulat-sulat ganyan. Tsaka yung whiteboarding tools nga pala ginagamit din sa pag-brainstorm, pag-drawing at may pag-collaborate sa mga proyekto para mas masaya yung mga pag-aaral nyo, yun nga. Tsaka nga pala, yung sa online and whiteboarding tools, pag pinag-combine mo, makakabuo ka ng mga aspeto na pwede mong magamit ngayon, ngayong panahon ngayon, gaya ng mga hybrid lesson, yun. At thank you, guys.
Good day everyone, my name is Joven M. Gallievo, and in this video, we're gonna talk about what is collaborative tools, platform for collaboration such as Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, and other platforms, their key features, and also their advantage and disadvantage. So collaborative tools is a software or platform designed to facilitate group work and real-time interaction. It enabling the learners and educators to communicate, share information, and enhance the learning experience.
Microsoft Teams is a collaboration and communication platform developed by Microsoft as part of the Microsoft 365 suite. It's designed to help team work together efficiently through chat, video meeting, file sharing, and app integration. The key features are breakout rooms, whiteboard integration, and meeting transcription and translation. Google Classroom is a free blended learning platform developed by Google for educational institutions that aims to simplify creating, distributing, and grading assignments. Their key features are classwork management, grading system, and works with Google.
Mind mapping and concept mapping tools. What is mind mapping? Yung mind mapping is ginagamit siya to kumbaga parang from idea may himay-himay siya para mas maintindihan siya, parang connect siya from its words na mind mapping. Meron siyang word na mind, meron siyang parang mga nerds or nodes ganon, pero isa siyang chart. And next one is concept mapping. Sa concept mapping naman, halos di sila nagkakaparehas na itsura ng mind map, pero sa concept mapping is mas complex siya compare sa mind map. Mas marami siyang pwedeng ilagay na info. Sa mapping tools naman, marami tayong ginagamit yan gaya na sa mga site yung pwede natin magamit sa paggawa ng mind map and concept mapping. Pwede isa lang, yun lang. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm John Elisarem Sabal from BTBTA 2A. My topic is screen recording and video editing. Yung screen recording nga pala, nagre-record siya ng magkaibang proseso. Tapos ginagamit na parang tutorial sa video, tapos content. Yung sa naman, video editing, pag-record ng isang video, katulad ng computer, tablet, telephone, tas real time, re-record ng gameplay ang isang mga bidyong gagawin. Yun lang everyone, thank you.
Today, I'm John Denver Gutierrez. Today, we're gonna discuss interactive polling and quizzing tools. Interactive polling and quizzing tools is they boost participation, provide instant feedback, and simplify decision making. These tools encourage active involvement, reinforce learning, and keep audiences engaged through live polls, quizzes, and fun challenges. But there are challenges like technical issues, low participation, and security concerns. So how do we fix them? First is choose reliable tools, use gamification, ensure privacy settings, and craft engaging questions. There are top tools like Mentimeter, Poll Everywhere, and Kahoot make interactions seamless and fun. And that's all for interactive and polling tools. Thank you.